God bless you for joining. Please share and invite all your friends and let them come on board. Edinkra Multimedia coming on to you live. We are live on YouTube, live on Facebook. This is Pure Marriage Program coming to you from BBT, Bible Believers Tabernacle, with the most Reverend Bishop Alexander Edu GYAMFI. Improving communication in marriage. And then you say, fraud of what, Bibiara, no one found to her. Now we invite one number for you now. Marriage Doctor Bishop Alexander Edu GYAMFI is in the house. Problem bia manemra so no metie. I heard it last time that the people that will go to hell because of marriage are many than the people that will go to hell because of no marriage. Actually, say our for bebre betimi akọ hell asin one more one worry. Hey, and the na yasemo. Me pese mebo adwama nti ma worry na enu momo be mama ko hell there, then I need the doctor, Reverend Bishop Alexander Edu GYAMFI. Improving communication in marriage. Any marriage with lack of communication can end up divorce. And I have better some. Me particularly, this program is helping me a lot, and I know it will help you also. Please share, and invite all your friends. The Dr. Bishop Alexander Edu GYAMFI, marriage doctor, is ready. Diana baby, I will be a Nyamisha. Dana nanse sikano ba ye umfi me kra e den eko Dana mamento nka nyamisha pa. In fact enyum na de Yehowa behwe ede papa me amini Dana. God bless you.
I'm marvelous.
Is you, Lord.
Me pacho share ne enko why the bishop is ready. The prayer line is also open.
Everybody say,
Improving communication in marriage.
how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough to say thank you. Lord, you are my everything.
You're my everything.
How can I express my gratitude?
How can I express my gratitude
For all the many things
you've
that
done
you
for
This program is coming to you from BBT, Bible Believers Tabernacle, with the most Reverend Bishop Alexander Edu GYAMFI. Improving communication in marriage, the topic for tonight. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are watching us from. Remember, we are live on YouTube. This is Adinkra Multimedia. On YouTube, you can find us as Adinkra TV New York. Happy Father's Day belated to all fathers. In fact, we really enjoyed last night. Kameka yesterday. No. Maybe Bishop said no. Yesterday we really enjoyed. Ebi mo yere mo de won pie. Okay, get ready. The bishop is ready. The bishop is ready. The bishop is ready. Get ready. The bishop is ready. Bishop Atinegwem, are you ready? Oh, improving communication in marriage.
Everybody say
Anki Jovijem. You met the What is communication in marriage? What is communication in marriage? What is communication in marriage? Why is communication so important in marriage? These are some of the questions that we will find the answers today. What is so special about communication in marriage? What are the steps to healthy communication? Wow. What are the communication mistakes that destroys marriage? Hey, some communication maybe we wait to say how are you? And what provokes poor communication in marriage? I repeat, what provokes poor communication in marriage? But then I know, sir, your communication will be the better one. Call your friends, call your loved ones, and let them join this program as the bishop gets ready to mount the microphone. Remember, this program is coming to you by BBT, Bible Believers Tabernacle, with the most Reverend Bishop Alexander Edu GYAMFI. Please share and invite all your friends and let them come on board. Share and be a blessing, because the Lord is ready to bless somebody, and I know that person is you. That person is you. Karabadi. Mamente wone wade communication as of nibi ni oni odofo bi o oni wo problem o kasakra wonte me pacho o kasa ya mamente wone wade Edinkra Multimedia, #1 station, the whole US. At the Mufwa, Edutrim, Ebini BBM. The bishop is ready. The bishop is ready. Is ready. Daddy, are you ready? And to invite one Momomra. Invite them and let them come on board. And let them be a blessing tonight. Because God has something for each and everyone. This program is being sponsored by Bible Believers Tabernacle, BBT in short. Reverend Bishop Alexander GYAMFI, the presiding bishop, and the associate pastors. God bless you all. Please, when you come on this line, please do me a big favor and share and invite all your friends and let them come on board. And let this program be a blessing to each and every one. Marriage has a lot of problems. A lot. It's only an institution that you get a certificate before you start. You get a certificate before you start. Most of the institutions, you have to finish, write exams, pass before you can get your certificate. But marriage, they give you the certificate before you begin that marriage. That should tell you that two people coming from different angles with different characters staying together, definitely there will be frictions, but the solution is in the word of God. The bishop is ready, so you get ready and let's go.
One
members of Mami for a way in Mishia Bompire. Now, one of those days, we could do hunting. Nana Midi can bompire, auntie, ye worshiping me. Joanna me tin, Nino Masum, den, Mammy One Casa na metie mi sewo mamenti woni na June 2015 na minim say this year 2016 tima ebeba no ti eba say this year 2016 but I eba say ye tie na ye di nyankopon enne so e wo ye bresu na eye me won na hu say nyame ye no kwafo a oka na asori.
Everybody say, say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough to say thank you. Say, Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? How can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you. Say, Lord, you are, you're my everything. Say, I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Nisi. You are my back.
When we worship you in truth and in spirit. Father, we thank you for sending and receiving our worship tonight. In the name of Jesus, we pray, amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Mrs. Priscilla Ofori, for taking us such an important role, leading the sons and daughters of God into His presence. May the Lord continue to bless you, empower you, increase anointing upon you. That when you lift up your voice to sing, the children of God will experience the power of God in their lives. God bless you. Precious one, it is good to serve the Lord. It is good to worship the Lord. Therefore, we thank you very much for getting connected, whichever medium that you are, either through the prayer line or the Bible Believers Tabernacle, or through the Facebook or the YouTube of Edinkra. We welcome you once again to this evening service, our usual Monday evening service, dubbed the School of Marriage. We encourage you to continue to stay on the line and just open up your heart, because just one word from the servant of God will just turn your situation around. Just one word from the man of God would turn every storm blowing in your marriage, blowing in your family, blowing in your career. It will turn it around, because it is not his own word, but the word. At this point, join me as we welcome the sixth man of the house, the bishop of the House of Bible Believers Tabernacle, Reverend Dr. Alexander GYAMFI, to continue his series on marriage under the topic today, improving communication in marriage. Join me as we receive the servant of God. Please, Bishop, we are ready. If you are ready, please take over and continue with your teaching, sir. Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
God bless you wherever you are. This is Bishop Alexander GYAMFI, the senior pastor of Bible Believers Tabernacle, popularly known as BBT in New York, located at 1877 Bathgate Avenue in the Bronx. Please, you can reach me at 646-886-9431. I repeat the number again, 646-886-9431. I'm coming on your way this very night. I come on your way every Monday night, 8 to 10 p.m., either on BBT prayer line, that is 618-744-6054, or Adinkra TV every Monday 8 to 10 p.m. to share a topic on on marriage with you. Tonight, the topic we are going to discuss is entitled Improving Communication in Marriage. Improving your communication in marriage. Improving your communication in marriage. Tonight, we will not be able to cover all, so we will tackle mainly the introduction of this subject. Then, after that, we will look at the importance of communication. Then we shall also be looking at communication mistakes, some of the things that destroy communication. Hopefully next week we shall be looking at level of communication, and then how to improve our communication in marriage. Thank you so much. Please invite somebody to come on the line. Maybe one statement can change someone's marriage. And secondly, I will also encourage you, wherever that you are, if you could, pick up a pen, your notebook, jot something down. For I 100% believe faintest pencil is better than a sharpest memory. So get something and jot something down. It shall surely do you good. With my few years in ministry and also as a marriage counselor, when I normally ask people, especially those who have married for long, wanted to know their secret for how far they have come with their partner all these years and still thriving in their relationship, the answer is invariably, meaning unchangeably, from many people I've asked, they normally say that number one, good communication with your partner. And number two, ability to compromise. And number three, forgiveness. Good communication with your partner, ability to compromise, and forgiveness. These three major keywords that they normally say. We are picking up one to discuss tonight. That is communication. And we want to look at what then is communication, importance of communication, and how can we improve our communication, which is very important. Brethren, communication is very important in life. Let me repeat it. Communication is very, very important in life. It is the key issue to marriage. I repeat it. Communication is the key issue to marriage, which is very, very important. Understand that we can't relate without communicating. You can never relate well with anybody without communicating well. In other words, anybody that can relate with another person well, the major underlying factor is how you communicate with the person. So without communication, you can't relate with anybody else. Therefore, success in communication determines the success in a relationship. If your relationship with someone will be successful, the major underlying factor is the success in your communication with that brother, with that sister, with that person in your life. If you know how to communicate well with people, they will eventually relate well with you. If you know how to communicate well with people, they will never exit out of your life. So communication is very important. People who communicate well with you, they are people that you relate well with them. I can boldly tell you, anybody that communicates well with you, those are the people you relate well with you. I declare this year, it is my prayer that God will grant everyone hearing me a communication skill so that you can relate well with others. In the name of Jesus. Someone said, and I quote, communication is the basis of life. I repeat, communication is the basis of life. In other words, communication is the foundation. Communication is the reason, is the source, is the premises, is the proof, and the evidence of life. What do I mean by that? Where there is good communication, there's life in that place. Any relationship that there's a good communication, that marriage has life. And where there's no good communication, that relationship lacks life. And one will not give attention to the other. So communication is good. Let me tell you, it's not only in marriage. Do you know that it is a good communication between a plant and a soil that give life even to the plant? A good communication between plant and a soil that give life even to the plant. In other words, separate a plant from the soil. Eventually, the plant will die because there's no communication between the plant and the earth. Not only that, a good communication between water and fish give life to a fish. In other words, when you separate a fish from even the water, very soon the fish will die. Communication releases life even to every appliances you are using in your house. In other words, electric current has a good communication with any appliances. That is the reason why you buy any appliances is working in your home. Separate it from electricity and see whether it will be able to work well. So communication is very, very important. Man and God, it is communication that releases life. That has a good communication with God. Anybody that has life in Christ has a good communication in Christ. Anybody that has life in any particular deity, it means that that person has a good communication with that particular deity. No wonder John chapter 3 verse 36, Jesus himself said, he that has the Son has life. He that does not have the Son, he doesn't have life. In other words, even for you to have the Son, you must have a good communication with your Maker. Husband and wife, let me also submit unto you wherever that you are listening unto me. It is also communication that releases life into every relationship based upon what I am just discussing with you. No matter how beautiful, no matter how much money you have on this planet Earth, if there's no good communication between you and your partner, that marriage has no life. Else, let me tell you, there wouldn't have been any divorce in Hollywood. Both of them have money, but how come they can't get along? The major underlying factor is not money. The major underlying factor is not beauty. The major underlying factor is not wealth. But major underlying factor is communication. So communication is very, very important. Let me just conclude by saying with this introduction that human beings, animals, and non-living things that are essential to man, they all have something in common. It is the communication that gives them life unto anything. So communication is very, very important. For your information, I keep on talking about communication, because as blood give life to the body, holiness to our salvation, forgiveness unto any relationship, prayer unto every spiritual strength, so also communication unto every marriage. So communication is very important. Another person says, and I quote, communication is the key that holds marriage together. It is communication that is the key that holds every marriage together. Therefore, no wonder that another person says communication is the relationship. Communication to a relationship is like an oxygen to life. Without it, that relationship will die. So if you want your marriage to have life, the major underlying factor, how well do you communicate with your partner? How well do you communicate with your wife? How well do you communicate with your members? It's needed in every area where people are. We need it in our ministries. Communicate as a pastor well with your church members. Communicate, husband, well with your partner. Communicate, boss, well with your clients. And I'm telling you, they will always be in your life. Why do you think some people can travel an hour and over to come to one particular church? At times, the major underlying factor is nothing. Not that the church has anything, but the good communication could be between the pastor and that members. So communication is very important. We must carry it, because relationship only grows on communication. Relationship cannot grow without a proper communication. Therefore, every relationship, when the communication starts fading, everything will follow. Anytime communication between you and your partner start fading, I'm telling you, everything can follow. You'll be seeing that one is bored in the relationship. In other words, boredom will set in. Criticism will set in. Selfishness will set in. Lack of trust and lack of love will also set in. Hate and unforgiveness can also set in because there's no communication. Silence and wrong use of words can be seen from one person. Why? Because there is no good or effective communication. I'm still hammering on communication because I mean it, and it's very, very essential to every relationship. Where there's good communication, there is transparency. Where there's good communication, there is love. It helps you to be able to know the mind of your partner easily than allowing your partner to assume. Because wrong assumption is the one that always kills relationship. Church, let me submit unto you that without communication, there is no relationship. I repeat it, without communication, there is no relationship. Especially living with a man, living with a woman, and the whole day from morning till evening, you have not even communicated with him or her in the same house. And a woman will only call someone outside and communicate with. Please, you are a social being, not necessarily seeing people, but communicating effectively with people. That's how man thrives on. Lack of communication in every relationship ruins everything. It ruins everything in the marriage, because instead of knowing how the other person is feeling, you just assume. So communication is very, very important. Now the question is, Our first question: what then is communication? What is communication at all? Communication is the exchange of feelings or information between two people. Communication is the exchange of feelings or information. A man and a woman. That is very important. It can be carried out through different channels, through 3 different channels, which is very, very important. Communication. Hallelujah. This can be carried out through 3 different channels. Number 1, people can communicate by words. We communicate by words. Number 2, people can communicate with gestures, with signs, with gifts, with other things. They are all form of communication. Something that you give to somebody, your attitude, your behavior, your smile, everything that speaks volume in the life of someone, they are all signs of communication. And number 3, people can communicate through their spirit. There are some people, you can see them, they've not said anything, but your spirit can tell you. Very important. Church, people have problem in their communication either because there's no communication or wrong communication. This is what we are seeing now. Many relationship, either there's no communication at all or wrong communication. Therefore, let me give you a typical normally see in some relationship. And let me tell you, they are all not part of communication. Shouting your voice is communication. I'm telling you things that are not communication. When you shout at the top of your voice to your wife or to your husband, you are not communicating. You are only just shouting. Out talking your partner, talking more than your partner. It's not communication. You are only winning an argument, but it's not effective communication. Number 3, intimidating your spouse through anger and temper tantrums. It's not communicating, but you are only manifesting. Intimidating your partner through anger and temper tantrums. You are not communicating. You are only manifesting. It's not a communicating. And playing the guilt trip game through shedding crocodile tears is also not a communication. Talking to your partner is not communication, but just mere talking. We shall be looking at what then is communication again. For there to be a true communication in every marriage or in every relationship, it involves so many things. 1, it involves sending a good message and the other person also receiving it. It involves talking and the other person listening. Communication involves talking nicely, effectively, and your partner also listening. So communication is very, very important. For marriage to succeed in every relationship, believers and Christians, everyone hearing me, we must learn to communicate well, especially with the right choice of words to our partner. Other than that, we are not communicating. We must give room to our partner to have a freedom also to disagree with us. Some relationship, the partners are kankebi. Once they say it, you can't even talk back. Don't even be a man or a woman. When you say it is final, but at least listen to the view of your partner. That is the communication I'm talking about. Because of time, let's look at some of the importance of communication. Then we conclude with communication mistakes. Next week, then we'll talk about the levels of communication. Why is communication so important in every marriage or in every relationship? Let me tell you, don't joke with communication. It's not about how the voice. Communication is very important. I want us to look at the importance. Then next week we shall be looking at steps to communication and then communication level. Number 1, Effective communication, one major importance is that it promotes a sense of trust at its core. If you know how to communicate well, it promotes a sense of trust. The only way your partner will trust you is not being silent. Everything that you are doing, you communicate with your spouse. Everything that you are saying, you communicate with your spouse. Everything you intend to do as a husband, as a wife, communicate with your spouse for him or her to know what you are doing, so that he will be part in whatever that you are doing, which is very important. Number 2, effective communication helps couples to understand each other. Another second major important communication is that if you are able to communicate well with your spouse, it allows your partner to understand you, everything that you are doing. He may not be closer to where you are, but because you share everything with him, you share everything with her, he understands whatever you are doing. In other words, he or she is in the same page with you. Communication is the only thing that allows your partner to be in the same page with you. Very important. How well do you communicate with your partner? Number 3, what is so special about communication? It shows how each couple values each other in the relationship. Anytime you communicate with your partner in the relationship, you are proving to your wife, you are proving to your husband that you really value him, you really value her in the relationship that he's in. But if you are doing anything without him or her knowing anything, going to school, everything that you are doing is not part. For your information, how do you value your partner in the relationship? Don't let education, don't let age, don't let education, don't let age, don't let tribe, don't let beauty, don't let something that you think you have it better than the other allow you to demean your partner in the relationship. Communication is the key. So communicate, because it proves to your wife, it proves to your husband that you really value him, you really value her in the relationship that he is in. Number 4, what is so special about communication? It increases the intimacy between the couples. The more we communicate, we become bonded. The more you communicate with your partner, you become united. It will come to a point that your mind become one, your heart become one. It draws you closer, irrespective of the distance. Everything that is going on in his or her mind, you also know it, because communication has shared everything with you. Very important. What is so special about communication? Communication, it prevents and resolves problems in the relationship. The more you communicate with your partner, the more you communicate with your wife, the more you communicate with your husband, it prevents, not only that, also resolve every problem you have with your partner. If you fail to communicate with your partner when there's a problem, eventually third party will come in to solve your problem for you. But if both of you could have time and communicate a lot, I am promising you, third party will not have any place. The only way third party normally come into our relationship is when we stop communicating with each other. That gives rooms for third parties, friends, classmates, siblings, parents, and in-laws come even into our relationship because we are not communicating. And the communication is the major key that resolves every problem in marriage. So communicate. It's very, very important. Point number 6. What is so special about communication? Healthy communication in marriage increases each partner's commitment. The more we it is only communication, more communication in the relationship, that will allow your partner to be more committed, because he will know your mind, you will know her mind. You will share ideas so that we will not live on assumption. Church communication is very important. It will increase your partner's commitment in the marriage. Number 7, communication produces productivity. Communication produces productivity. In any relationship where there is much communication, whatever that they are, both couples are doing, it goes on well. But in any relationship when there's no communication, you can't do anything together. It doesn't increase productivity. Whatever both of you intend doing at times doesn't end well because you don't communicate. Communication is very important. Number 8, it promotes team building. In any relationship where there's much communication, partners live like team because it promotes team building. Anytime you want to build a team, you want you and your partner to be one in whatever you are doing. The major underlying factor is communicate well with your partner, because communication promotes team building. Number 9, communication. It releases love, feelings, and fellowship in the marriage. If the love in the marriage will increase, if the feeling in the marriage will increase, the major underlying factor is communication. Mind you, we have verbal and non-verbal communication. If you know how to communicate well through text, through gift, through signs, through so many other things, email, texting, and other things, I'm telling you, it produces love. It promotes love. It promotes love. It releases feelings and releases fellowship in the relationship. Not only in words, because we have verbal and non-verbal one. There are other things you may not open your mouth, but your actions will speak. Your behavior, your gestures, your spirit, your attitude, your communication level. So please, we must communicate well, and because communication releases love, releases feelings, and also increases our fellowship. Number 10, effective communication in marriage keep couples to achieve their goals faster, cooperative, and collectively. Anytime you, the man and the woman, are able to communicate very well, you are able to achieve your goal, either corporately or individually. Communication is very important. That is the only way that will allow the man or the woman, your partner, to support you. If I don't know what you intend to do in life and we don't communicate, how would I support what you are doing? So communicating is the only way that will allow the woman to support you, work hard to support you, the man to support you. How well do you communicate with your partner on what you are doing? Please, is very important so that you can get a good support from your partner. Very important. Effective communication, exchange information in the form of ideas, wants, desires, feelings, and much more. Communication is very important because it exchanges a lot of information. Any good relationship where there's a good communication, partners share a lot of ideas. Partners share a lot of information. Partners share a lot of ideas. Partners share a lot of desires. Partners share a lot of feelings and many other things. Gift. Anything that you can talk about. One will never keep things to himself or herself. Because of communication, they are vulnerable, able to share with each other. So communication is very, very important in every marriage. Communication is very important. Point number 12. Because lack or wrong communication lead to divorce and separation. Lack or wrong communication, either lack or wrong communication, will lead to divorce or separation. So communication is very important. The major underlying factor for all these separations, all this divorce, the major underlying factor is either wrong communication. Certain words we use, our wrong tone of voice we use, or lack of communication at all. brought all this separation and brought all this divorce. So if you can communicate every day effectively with your partner, promising you a better marriage. So communication is very important. Don't communicate with third parties more than your partner. Don't communicate with in-laws, parents, siblings more, especially as far as marriage is concerned, more than your partner that sleeps on the same bed with you. Very important. Point number 13. Effectiveness of your communication with others or with your partner releases people into your soul life. It releases people into your life. If you know how to communicate and communicate better, people will never exit out of your life. People who know how to communicate well, they always maintain people in their life. Wrong communication, wrong tone of voice, not only in marriage, but it can exit people out of your life. People can walk out of your life because of the way you communicate with him or her. I've seen a lot of men and women who are in relationship where there's much money, but wrong tone of voice, the person deserted the relationship. So no amount of money, at times it's not about money. People want joy, not money. So the wrong tone of voice, wrong words, or not communicating at all can cause people to exit out of your marriage. Last but one, communication in marriage is the primary factor that underlies sexual union and give meaning to any sexual activity. If you know how to communicate well, I am telling you, in science, in gestures, in deeds, and in your spirit, in gifts, in so many things, information and desires, I am telling you, you have a successful sex with your partner. People who know how to communicate well in their marriage enjoy good sex. Very important. And last but not the least, effective communication in any marriage prevents a lot of damage from happening. If you know how to communicate and communicate well, it stops a lot of damage from happening. Church, let me conclude the next 5 to 10 minutes by giving some of the communication mistakes that we often do. Then next week, we shall be looking at ways to improve our communication and then levels of communication and how to push our communication to the 5th level. Very important. What are the communication mistakes some of the men and women we normally do in our marriage? For the sake of time, the next 5 to 10 minutes, I will bring it to a close. Then I'll give room for people to ask questions. First, communication mistakes that many couples normally do or people normally do is criticisms. In a relationship, when you are in and you keep on criticizing your partner, in any relationship, friendship, if you want to criticize positively. If you don't do it well, it can destroy a relationship. Criticisms destroys communication in marriage. It's a communication mistake that is destroying a lot of people, their marriages. How you criticize your partner. At times, how you criticize your partner and the tone by which you talk to someone can destroy your relationship. Church, it is said that differences, it is only 10% that break marriage. That is the difference of opinion. But wrong tone of voice through criticisms, 90% destroy marriages. How do you criticize your partner? Look at the tone of voice by which you use to criticize your partner. Number 2, the second communication mistake that destroys marriage is contempt. In other words, it's disrespect. A kind of disrespect you give to your partner can also cause a lot of mistakes. It can destroy your marriage. In any relationship that you are in, whether you are older than the person, or you are younger than the person, highly educated than the person, or you have whatever than your partner, one of the major things that will allow your relationship to thrive better is by respecting your partner. Don't allow your age to disrespect your partner. Don't allow your education to disrespect your partner. Don't allow, because you bring in much more money than your partner, to allow you to talk to him or her anyhow. Don't allow what you think you have better than the other partner for you to look down upon your partner. Church, no matter the age difference, no matter the beauty difference, no matter the educational difference, no matter any difference that you have with your partner, when it comes to relationship or marriage, respect your partner, because it's a two-way traffic. The way you give your partner respect is a law of karma. It's the same way your partner may also give you a respect. So I'm pleading with you men, I'm pleading with you women, at times don't allow your temper, your temperament to lead you to say something that you are not supposed to say to your partner. We must respect, because disrespect is a communication mistake that can destroy your marriage. Watch it carefully. It can destroy a marriage. This content. Number 3, defensiveness. You always defend yourself, especially at time when your partner has seen or knows or had every proven fact, and you are still defending yourself. At times, let me tell you, it's a communication mistake. If care is not taken, it will not allow the man to trust you. It can destroy the relationship you are in with your partner. Once he sees 1, he sees 2, he will not respect you on that sector. So church, I'm also encouraging you, wherever that you are, anyone hearing me, defensiveness, just own it up. Say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I don't know why I did that or I said that. Saying it genuinely from your heart makes it much easier than your partner still harboring something against you. It's not a good thing. The 4th point, which is another communication mistake that normally destroy even marriage, communication mistake, is stonewalling. Stonewalling. What do I mean by that? There are some people, they are too quiet in their relation. Anytime that you want to talk to him or her, say it, they will not say back. Somewhere else, they will look at you, or they will look at somewhere without communicating, without saying anything to you. So you will never even know their mind. It's also a communication mistake, and it can destroy your marriage. In other words, you will force your partner to live on assumption instead of knowing your mind. I know some women will still want you to talk back to me. I want you to talk back to me. Please, at times, maybe the step by which you are tackling your partner will not allow him or her to say anything. So stonewalling at times is also not good in a relationship. Not communicating at all with your partner. He doesn't know your mind. He doesn't know whatever that is going on. He doesn't know anything about you. When he asks you anything, you only nod your head without saying anything in return. You don't give any information. You don't explain yourself. He doesn't know what is going on. Your partner is only living on assumption. It's also a communication mistake. The 5th point that at times destroy marriage, another communication mistake that destroy marriage, is refusing to apologize. Refusing to apologize. Some people don't know how to say, I am sorry. Normally, men are like that as compared to women. Well, that one is a fact. Because of the ego. Men are normally like that. If you don't know how to apologize, if you don't know how to say, I'm sorry, if you don't know how to say, please forgive me, If you don't know how to own, be responsible for what you have done, at times it's not a good sign. It can destroy a relationship. So I'm encouraging and I'm entreating everyone listening to me, please. Saying sorry will not be written at the back of your shirt. It rather patch up the relationship. It rather increases the bond. The language that should be so much even in our mouth should be a language of I am sorry. It should be a language of I am sorry. It should be a word in the mouth of every man, every woman. Say it to your partner. It will not do you any harm. It rather appease the heart of your partner. Because anytime you offend him or her, the only way that will bring the tempo down, saying I am sorry, will let go of every hate. Please have it in your mouth as frequent as you could. And I'm telling you, you could live with your partner for 30 years and beyond. The marriage will still be thriving because you are living on 3 major things: communication, compromise, and knowing how to say I am sorry, asking for forgiveness. Point number 6. That is also another communication mistakes that destroy communication. Forgetting to be sensitive. Let me put that one aside. Let me tackle this one. Always bringing the past to the present is also a communication mistake. Bringing the past to the present, bringing up the past is a communication mistake. Anything you have forgiven your husband, your wife, let it go. Don't bring the past to the present. Anytime you bring the past to the present, you poison the present and you destroy the future. Because the present will always hurt. It will hurt. The past will destroy the present. It's not a good thing. The number 7 point, that is also a communication mistake, is having a competitive attitude towards your partner. Having a competitive attitude. Having a competitive attitude. Having a competitive attitude. Don't be competing with your partner in a relationship, but complement each other. Complement each other. Don't be competing with your partner, but learn to complement each other in a relationship, which is very important. Then number 7, I will bring it to a close. Then I will give room for people to ask questions because of time. Making marriage about me instead of we. Some people, when you make your relationship that is all about me, it's a communication mistake. You see the marriage, everything hinge and connect to you alone. Anything without you, it's not. It will not happen. Don't make marriage all about you, but it should be we. How many times do you include your partner in whatever you are doing? Some people don't care about their partner in the relationship at all. It's a communication mistake. Everything that is going on, you put your hand on your chest and say, I did it, I did it. When are you going to say, we did it? For your even children, for your in-laws, for people outside there to know that, though their partner doesn't contribute anything, but he's taking care of the kids, but she is also part of it. It's a communication mistake to use I instead of we. Church, let's use we instead of using I in every marriage. If we can work with our partner by using we in anything that we are doing, we can live at peace with our partner, and it can bring joy and understanding with our partner. Very important. To bring my message to a close because of time, I will end here and I will take questions wherever that you are for the next 20 minutes about anything that is bothering you based with respect to what I just discussed.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. Amen. One of the things, the signs that shows that the marriage is just a matter of time is when couples don't know each other's schedules. Each other's schedule, because I don't have to know the problem you have in your marriage, but if I ask you about your partner's schedule and you don't know, automatically I know what it is. That is just a matter of time. If you don't change it, it takes a miracle to change this one, because if you let it go for a while, it's just a matter of time. And one also communication, and that is, if you want to have a great sex in your marriage, in the middle of intimacy, communicate. I love you, or
That's right.
I love you, say sweet words. And after the intimacy, tell her, oh, thank you very much.
That's right.
Thank you. This statement it is a spiritual Viagra. Hey!
Anybody has anything to say?
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Amen.
I just want to contribute little. I think the best communication in marriage is sex.
Come again.
The best communication in marriage is sex.
The best communication in marriage is sex. Okay. Pastor, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any other person with any contribution or any question? I believe he gave a contribution. To him, the best communication in marriage is sex. It could be a good point. Sex is one side of it.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
My question to Pastor said, or how is sex, how
Number one, when there is problem in the house, after sex, everything is solved. Sex brings about forgiveness, brings about everything.
Hallelujah. I don't agree.
hallelujah, hallelujah.
Yeah,
Continue question. Hallelujah.
Meaning that
Hallelujah.
the moment you give the man sex, he will let go of everything he has done. You have done against him. I guess he's talking about one side of it.
Yes. Thank you. I have a problem with that, because for me, my contribution is it's better, even with the sex, it's better you sit and talk about the issue, not just waiting to have sex to chop it under the rug. You have to go to the bottom of that problem that keep happening over and over, not just using sex. That's my contribution.
Very good point. Very good point.
Hallelujah, Pastor.
Solve the problem.
My contribution.
Uh-huh.
I have a little to say, Pastor, before you go on with what my friend just said, Mama, and Pastor Fred just said. Excuse me to say, with due respect, African men, they think when you have sex, the problem is solved. No. Okay?
Thank you.
They always, instead of addressing the issue and getting a solution to it, they will not. But when it gets to in the night, they come into the bed or whatever it is, then, excuse me to say, they try to do what they have to do, then the next day it's gone. No. That is what most of about 95% of African men does. And this is the problem. Okay? Let's solve the issue there. Do not use sex. So if Pastor says, I'm expressing my view though, but if you said sex, I don't agree with you. I support what Mama said. Thank you.
Pastor Seth, do not cover the
Hallelujah.
problem, put them under the carpet
Amen.
because of sex. Go ahead.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Amen.
Bishop have told us about communication. How do we start communication? I've seen that most of the times people couples come home and they want to communicate, but they don't know where to start with. So, Bishop, how do we start with communication? Some people don't know they know how. How do we do it?
You mean with your partner or with someone?
Yes, most partners.
Okay. Anybody has anything to say before I come in, because this is the discussion time?
Amen. Let me try if I can, Christiana. I believe when it comes to marriage and communication, you go to work, your wife goes to work, or one is in the house. The one that comes back, if it is the wife that is at home, you ask your husband, how was your day?
Good
Can you
point.
tell me? Or you two can ask, when I went to work, how was your day? Ask of the children what they ate. It will open up what you want to discuss.
Good point.
Amen.
Go ahead.
Amen.
How was your day? And
Hallelujah.
also communicate with him with respect. Embrace your partner with respect, with good words, with good signs, with good action, with good information. It could even be hug. But don't just wait as soon as he enter with questions and criticisms, and it doesn't help. Very good point. Anybody want to say something?
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Okay, go ahead. By adding this, when communication, when your wife or your husband leaves to go to work, when he gets to, you know the time that he takes the bus or whatever, good communication. You call Ajua or Kabna. Or when whoever gets there, sweetie, text or call. Meduo, I'm at work, I'm just getting inside, or I start. When the day is over, you leaving, you can also communicate and said, okay, I'm off, I'll clock out, I'm at the bus station, or I'm taking the train.
That's
so
right.
That if in case something happens, then your husband will know that, the last time I spoke to her, she said she was at the bus station, or she was in the bus.
That's
or
right.
He was. That's another good communication right there.
Thank you.
The husband leaves and go, and the wife leaves and go. Nobody saw. Now, I don't know what it is. I think that's a bad word. So Africans, today I'm on you guys, African men and women. Let's learn how to communicate.
Let's learn how to
Thank you.
communicate,
Good point.
meaning that knowing where your partner is at every point in time,
Yes.
what time he leaves home, whether he's at work, wherever he is, communication is the major key. It helps you to be in the same page with your partner. Anybody else again?
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Daddy,
I have a question.
Okay.
More creative.
When is the best time to communicate with your spouse?
When is the best time to communicate with your spouse?
Daddy, can I answer that question?
Yes, Sister Maida, go
I was
ahead.
going to answer when Pastor Adrian asked the question that you don't know how to begin it. Let me tell you something. In America, yes, we always say this. Nobody works around the clock. And definitely you have a day off. Like you explained, the two of you are in bed. Or even if you are not in bed, if there is a problem, one is in the couch, one is in the bedroom. Let me tell you, the best time, wake up at dawn. When you know your husband or your wife is off. We are not like in Ghana that we lock the door and we have a key. It's possible, lock the door and take the key out and then wake your partner up. Listen, you need to talk. It's not an attitude. Calm down and then pray before everything. Let your partner know, listen, we need to talk. No matter how, no matter who, the way you will talk to that person, let that person respond to you. When you call your partner early morning or at dawn, and
and let your partner we need to talk. This and this and this. And do not be pointing out only what he is doing.
That's right.
You can put it that way. This is what we are doing and it's not helping. I think this is it. Or even if I've done anything, or if I've offended you, please, I want you to stand in your heart and forgive me. And what I'm about to say, if I said something wrong, please stand in your heart and forgive me. You understand me? Like that is our tone, our attitude. Also make things worse. If the two of you are mad, you have to calm down. Sort it out. Whoever you think, if you think is bothering you, you think is bothering you, a man or a woman can turn around and pretend to have sex, and then that's it. But trust me, it's like you have a problem with sex once. When you drink, that issue is still there waiting for you. And funny to see when you stop, that problem is there waiting for you. So, I try to think early morning or dawn or at night when you guys are in bed or you are in your house, okay, call each other and then sit down and then talk. Because you remember, nobody takes money to marry their enemy.
That's right.
But along the line, the things happen and then the person started coming. If we don't feel in that gap and we keep ignoring, the gap will be wide and wide and wide. By the time we realize, everybody will go their way.
Very good point.
Thank you.
Amen.
Knowing the right time to communicate with your partner. Huh? Anybody else again?
Let's bring in one.
Yes, let me say something to add to what Sister Vida just said. Yes, when it comes to communication, we need to look for the best time, get to know the mood of your husband or your wife. Yes, and when you are doing that, mostly when we have situations in marriage and we try to do it, the one who is always willing will try, and the other one who is not willing, when you are talking with a person, she'll be looking at, maybe she'll be watching football, and then you are talking and she'll tell you, when he's not in the mood, she'll tell you, oh, this is not the time for it. Meanwhile, to you, that is very urgent to you. That is very important to you. So we have to always look at the mood of the person and the time that you think. You don't wait for the person to go to work and come very hungry and then you just say, oh, and it will not work.
Very good point.
To the person, and let's respect each other. Amen.
Very good. Yeah, Pastor Edwin.
Africa, I think we should try to be flexible. Because sometimes we are too rigid, especially the men. We have to be flexible so that it will be very, very conducive and good for communication.
Men must be flexible.
And find something to joke about, both of you. Joke, funny stuff together. If you find something to joke about,
that's
you
right.
See that it opens up automatically. It becomes so easy. Yes.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
I will also contribute to it as this way. I think communication is based on giving and receiving. And sometimes, the way you start a conversation is also the way you find the answer to the conversation. So, as married couples, I will say that we need to know how to communicate well to our partners. By, like the way Pastor said, we need to lower our voice when we are talking to each other, because it's the way you give it, it's the way you will receive it. If you cook very nicely, most of the time our results of communication is much better.
That's right.
And you receive a good answer. So I would say communication is the way you give it, is the same way you receive it.
Communication, the way you give it is the same way you receive it. Thank you, Mama Christine.
Hallelujah.
Amen. Pastor Edwin.
Hallelujah.
one of the creative ways that you can communicate with the always to pick an area of interest in the opposite person. Let's say if your wife is fond of certain stories or certain things, you the man have to pick her interest. Okay, what the wife likes best or the man likes best. So that you create an interest around there. It becomes easily for you to communicate from that angle. So always be creative and pick from each other's interest and start from there.
Amen.
Any other question again before I give it to the MC? Any question? Okay, then we'll humbly ask the MC to take over. And we thank our viewers so much for coming on the line to join us. And we thank you so much. Hopefully next week, especially with our viewers, we'll come at the same time, 8 o'clock to 9:30. Please meet us and come and share your views. God richly bless you. At this hour, we'll ask the MC to take over.
Big King James. He's sleeping. He's muted. He's sleeping. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah.
Jesus, you're my everything.
We give glory to the Lord. Hallelujah.
How can I express my gratitude?
All the many things.
All the many things you've done for me.
Words are not
Words are not
enough.
enough to say thank you.
The Lord, you are my everything.
You're my everything.
How can I express my
How
gratitude
can I express my gratitude?
for all the many things
All the many things you've
that
done
you
for
done to
me.
me? Yeah.
Words are not enough to say thank you.
The Lord, you are.
Lord,
You
you're
are.
my everything.
I call you God.
For joining. God bless you for coming on the line. If you have any question, you can call the Bishop 646-886-9431, 646-886-9431. And the same time next week, 8 o'clock to 9:30, we will continue this program. God bless you all for coming, and we appreciate your time. God bless you. Remember, this is a Dinkra Multimedia #1 station. The whole world. We are live on YouTube and live on Facebook as well. God bless you, and see you at the same time next week. Adios.